An historian once wrote, "Men make their own history, but they do not make it as they please. They do not make it under self-selected circumstances, but under circumstances existing already, given and transmitted from the past." I find great truth in this quote. It reminds me that I am, in many ways, a product of my own time and place. The corollary to this is that we don't get to choose how we are remembered by others. People will remember me as they knew me: a teacher, a director, a business owner, a tennis player, or perhaps a critic. I can only tell you how I remember my own life. I was a farm boy at heart and needed to get my hands dirty in order to function in the rest of my life. The beating of my heart matched the rhythms of the farm. I think our own lives match the rhythms of nature: germination, growth, harvest, and death. And from death, new life. The farm gave me my greatest joys and my greatest frustrations. It taught me to appreciate the cycle of life and the value of work. It is where I was most truly happy. People say about me that I had a good German work ethic. It's not true. Basically, I was a lazy person. Only I knew that, and my 5th grade teacher knew that. I was disorganized, and disorganization is a sign of laziness. The word that describes me is creative. I was creative because I was lazy. I always gave myself things to do to stay busy, so I looked like a hard worker. In the end, I don't think I should take credit for something I was not. People say I was a good teacher. I was, but I did not start out a good teacher. Many of my former students have come to thank me over the years for what they learned in my classroom, but I have never heard from any students from those first few years. That's because I started out a horrible teacher. A few years into teaching, I asked my principal why he hadn't fired me. Because, he said, he saw potential in me. That was an important moment for me. Someone gave me a second chance because of something he saw in me. I took teaching more seriously after that and learned how to teach. I became a good teacher. I believe in the power of the arts and humanities. I believe that every person should have the opportunity to have their soul inspired by something greater than themselves. That's why I took people to see plays at the Guthrie, why I directed school plays, and why I eventually saved the middle school from destruction and started Bark. It's why I made students give an oratory and take spelling tests, for which one wrong was an F in my classroom, because the world would demand a lot more of them and forgive a lot less. I expected good work. I did not expect brilliance. I expected learning. At the end of the day, at the end of this life, I can't control how you remember me. That's okay. My students may remember this poem by Omar the Tentmaker. The moving finger writes, and having writ, moves on. Nor all your piety nor wit shall lure it back to cancel half a line, nor all your tears wash out a word of it. My life is complete. This is the measure of my life. And I'm okay with that.